Ever wondered what it takes to give a newborn life the perfect start, even before it's born? Today, we're diving into one of reproductive medicine's coolest corners: how we build the ideal house for embryos outside the body.
And it's not just about equipment or fancy tech, it's about creating a real sense of home for something as delicate as a developing embryo. And together we'll unpack the secrets behind successful embryo culture.
By the end of this episode, you'll get why the tiniest details in an embryo's environment can make or break its future. We'll break down how microwell culture systems work, why embryo communication is a game changer, and what this all means for both science and families.
We've got a lot on our roadmap, from traditional culture pitfalls to the magic of microwell neighborhoods and even the hidden perks for embryologists. Let's jump right into the first big question: why embryos need connection, even in a dish.
So let's set the scene. For decades, culturing embryos was like putting them in a giant open plaza. Plenty of space, but zero privacy. What's the real drawback there?
It's almost like trying to cheer on your friends across a windy stadium. Your voice gets lost, and no one feels connected. In science terms, those crucial growth factors, embryos, release, they get diluted and barely reach anyone else.
Exactly. All those essential signals just vanish into the air, so to speak. It's not just lonely, it's ineffective. That's where the microwell system flips the script.
With microwells, each embryo gets its own cozy apartment, but the neighbors are super close. So when one sends out a signal, a biochemical PSC, it's instantly received, boosting not only its friends but even itself.
It's like building a community where every whisper is heard. That's a massive leap for embryo culture.
You know, what surprises people most is that embryos actually help each other grow. These secret chats, the exchange of signaling molecules, aren't just background noise. They're vital for proper development.
And that's not just theory. Studies show embryos grouped in microwells have higher success rates. They're literally encouraging each other to thrive, just like teammates syncing up in a relay race.
What's wild is that the messages don't just go out, they bounce back. So an embryo's own growth signals can reinforce itself, like hearing your own pep talk on repeat.
That feedback loop is a big reason why microwell systems offer a kind of security blanket for embryos. It's almost as if the dish disappears and they forget they're not in the womb. I've heard people call this the end of the offline problem for embryos. Is that really what's happening with these systems?
Definitely. When you keep those growth signals concentrated, it's like giving embryos full Wi-Fi bars. They're in constant communication, surrounded by the familiar cues they'd get in the mother's body.
That sense of connection might just be the missing piece. Embryos aren't isolated, they're bathed in life signals, which could mean better outcomes for families hoping for a successful pregnancy.
And it's not just theory. Clinics using these systems see clear improvements. Embryos develop with more confidence, if you will. It's the kind of progress that feels almost poetic.
Here's another perk people don't talk about enough: the view. Microwell dishes aren't just about embryo comfort. The design actually upgrades the whole lab workflow.
That's true. The optical clarity on these dishes is wild. With ultra-flat bottoms, it's like switching from a fuzzy old TV to 4K Blu-ray. Every cellular detail pops, and you barely need to refocus.
That saves time and reduces lab stress, crucial when every second matters. In an embryo lab, efficiency isn't just nice to have, it's a lifeline.
Plus, better visuals mean fewer mistakes and more confidence in choosing the healthiest embryos to transfer. The dish becomes more than equipment. It's a silent partner in success.
Let's wrap up with some takeaways. First, the right culture dish lets embryos keep talking, which directly boosts their development. Second, concentrated signals mean embryos feel safe, almost as if they're still in the womb. Third, the visual clarity helps embryologists work faster and more accurately.
If you're working in this field, or just fascinated by the science of life, here's a next step. Dig deeper into how microwell culture is changing outcomes, especially for challenging cases. We'll actually dive into that next time, exploring its impact on older or low responder patients.
That's a wrap for today, but honestly, we've only scratched the surface. Don't miss our next episode, where we'll see how this full signal system works wonders for patients with the most to gain.
Thanks for listening. And if this sparked your curiosity, you'll want to tune in next time. Until then, keep questioning and keep exploring life's miracles.